So welcome back to the channel. So who is better between Larry Bird and LeBron James, the two best small forwards of all time? Um, if you ask me, Larry Bird is truly the better basketball player than LeBron James ever was. Um, you can even just look at the numbers and achievements that Bird did in his short career compared to LeBron's career. Uh, as we know, Bird only played 13 seasons. Technically, he played 12 years only in the NBA. He didn't even play that 78, 79 season. So he really played 12 years in the NBA compared to LeBron's 22 seasons so far that he's played in his career. Uh, of course, LeBron, what he's doing is amazing. Um, the longevity, uh, but his career doesn't match up to Larry Bird, and Bird is truly the better overall basketball player. So we can just start with the achievements. We can compare MVPs. Larry Bird won 3 MVPs to LeBron's 4 MVPs. LeBron played 10 more seasons than Larry Bird. He only got 4 more MVP awards compared to Bird, who played 12, and he won 3 MVP awards. And Bird won his MVP awards 3 consecutive years in a row. He won the award back to back to back. Um, and that's never been done before in NBA history. He's the only player to win 3 MVP awards uh, in 3 straight seasons. Um, yeah, he also was second in MVP voting as well during the 87 and 88 season. In 87, he finished second place behind Magic. In 88, he was second place behind Michael Jordan. That insanely goated season. But yeah, Bird was he's just a better player, man. He's a better shooter than LeBron was. So we all know the 50-40-90 club, which is when a person shoots 50% from the field, 40% from 3 point land, and 90% from the foul line. Bird was the person that ushered in and commenced that stat category that shows true great shooting, marksman shooting. And Bird did that twice, as we see in his career, where he shot at least 50% from the field, 40% from 3 point land, and 90% from the foul line. There's people that's gonna bring up, oh, Braun, yeah, there was some seasons Braun made more threes than Larry Bird did in his whole career, blah blah blah. But man, you can't compare that because it's kind of like it's pretty much like a skewed number because the game was completely different. This is the new 3 point era where people are just jacking up threes all game long. If Bird was taking the same amount of threes that Braun was taking now, man, Larry Bird threes, he would be up there in in the all time 3 pointers made list for sure. Um, Braun is more of a stat guy because again, that's why I said this longevity stuff. To me, I really don't praise it as much as a lot of these LeBron fans do because of course LeBron's playing all these seasons. He's gonna get every cumulative stat. Of course, that's gonna happen because he's playing so many games. But Bird did more in less time. Um, yeah, so Bird, he just even had a better mental approach to the game compared to LeBron. Of course, Braun is bigger, stronger, more athletic, but Bird had a better basketball IQ. To me, that basketball IQ gap between the two is just as big as the physical gap that Braun has over Bird. Bird mental IQ of the game of basketball is definitely bigger and better than LeBron James. Um, Bird, he came in with an aggressive approach to the game. That's why he was known for trash talking. He played aggressive. He was more tougher, and again, he trash talked a lot. That's why he got punched up by Dr. J, as we know. You know that infamous fight, but yeah, he was just a more tougher player. a stat that always stood out to me was the 1981 NBA Finals that Bird played in. Um, I know there might be some people that will bring up, hey, Bird won 3 championships, but he only got 2 Finals MVPs. When LeBron won, as we know, 4 championships, and Bron won all 4 Finals MVPs in the 4 championships that he's won. But when Bird was playing in that Finals matchup against the Rockets in '81, although Cedric Maxwell won the Finals MVP, Bird played extremely well. Look at the stat that stands out to me. That 15 total rebounds that he averaged in a final series. Bird averaged 15 boards in a final series. Bird was just a more aggressive player than LeBron. I'm telling you, bro. It's like Bron, yes, he's bigger, he's stronger, they're both the same height, but Bron got more a higher vertical leap. But Bron only averages what? As we see, 7.5 total rebounds for his career. Look what Bird averaged for his career. Bird averaged 10 boards for his career. The man was averaging double-digit rebounds pretty much every single season that he played, man. When he was healthy, Bird definitely the tougher player, more aggressive. Some people might say, yeah, Bron is the better defender. They're gonna bring up chase down blocks and all that stuff, but I would give the defensive edge to Bron by a little bit, but Bird was just as good as a defender. A lot of people try to downplay his defense for some reason. Bird's a much better defender than a lot of people truly remember. The man made 3 all defensive teams, man. So the man was no slouch on defense. And people want to talk about who's the better passer because they are, of course, same size, kind of have identical play styles. But in terms of passing the basketball, Bird is a better passer than LeBron James. So, yes, look. Bird was able to average, as we see, just look at that, 6.3 assists for his total career in his 12 seasons that he played in the NBA. Yes, as we see, Bron averages just 1 more assist than him, which is 7. Of course, people are going to say, oh, 7 is more than 6. How is LeBron not a better passer than Bird? So, Bron is a more ball-dominant, I need a ball in my hand type of player. Larry Bird, he was able to average 6 assists for his career while playing with Dennis Johnson as his point guard. That just goes to show you Bird was a great facilitator, and he was able and more willing to play off the ball than LeBron ever was. LeBron is not a guy who ever played off the ball for his entire career. LeBron is a ball dominant, I need the ball in my hand type of player. So of course he might accumulate some more assists than Bird. That's why sometimes it's not always, you always can't just look at the stats and say someone's better than a certain player. Again, he was able to average 6 assists while playing with the great Dennis Johnson, who was also a really good playmaker. And in terms of athleticism, I know people are gonna bring that up. Of course, LeBron, he jumps higher, like I just said a few minutes ago. He's more athletic, but Bird, what he does, he is very quick. He had amazing hand-eye coordination. That's definitely an athletic skill that people don't really talk about. And there was a game where Larry Bird decided that he wanted to shoot mostly with his left hand just because he could. Again, Bird was a known trash talker. The dude his game really backed it up, but that man would talk reckless to people, yo. And he really did play the game with his non-dominant hand. And it was against the Portland Trail Blazers during in the year 1986. And look what he did in that game. He scored 20 points out of the 47 points that he scored that game with his left hand. And he also had 18 boards. Again, a way better rebounder than LeBron, who's bigger, taller, and more athletic, who should be grabbing more rebounds than Bird. And Bird had 7 assists that game, and he hit a shot that forced the game to OT. And then he hit the game winner in OT, all in the same game. Bird was different, yo. I'm trying to tell y'all, Larry Bird is truly the better basketball player than LeBron James. And again, he wasn't as athletic and big as LeBron, but come on, man, getting rebounds is nothing easy. You have to be tough to play the rebound, play the glass. Everybody's grabbing the ball. Everybody wants the ball. If you want the ball in your hand, it goes to show you he was more aggressive. He was more of a go-getter. Bird, man, just a better player than LeBron James, man. And then look at the three-point contest. Like I said, he was known for trash talking. He shot the ball. He held his hand up, as we see, because he knew it was going in. Look at him walking. And he didn't even take off his warm-ups. And another great skill that Bird had in terms of his IQ for the game, he had great anticipation. We all know that legendary steal from that 1987 Eastern Conference Finals match where he stole the inbound pass from Isaiah Thomas. Okay. Look at that anticipation. Stole the ball, dished it off to Dennis Johnson for him to score the easy layup to win that game 5 in the 87 Eastern Conference Finals. One of the best series ever, by the way. And I'm telling people that 80s, 90s basketball was really the golden era. But yeah, Bird, great anticipator. Again, his IQ was just ahead of everyone else. Top 5 player in NBA history of all time. And LeBron James is definitely a top 10 player in NBA history of all time as well. So let's not get twisted. This is not a video for me to bash Bron. Love LeBron James. Again, he's a top 10 player. He's one of the best of all time for sure. But he's just not over Larry Bird. Bird is truly the greatest small forward to me. So, yeah, and Bird, was just more clutch than Bron. Bron definitely, he's more clutch than people give him credit for. But Bird is arguably the clutchest player in NBA history. You can even make the argument and say that Bird is more clutcher than Michael Jordan because he hits the 3-ball better than Michael Jordan. So just off of that, Bird is arguably the greatest clutch shooter ever, man. But yeah, to me, these are the reasons why I have Larry Bird over LeBron James. Bird's the greatest small forward ever. LeBron is definitely right behind him. LeBron, he's a great stat compiler because, of course, he's playing, 22 seasons. So, of course, he's going to get all of these, of the records. He's going to get all of these records because he's playing 22 seasons. But, yeah. And look at that. It's in the 2011 finals. LeBron's worst series in his playoff series in his career, man. People talk about, I know people say, Bird, he didn't win his first Finals MVP when he won his first championship. But in 2011, just look at what LeBron did. There's a game where he scored 8 points and he was just getting carried by D Wade and Bosh. And if the Heat went on to win this series, look at the numbers. Dwayne Wade would have won the NBA Finals MVP award if the Heat were to win this series in 2011 against the Mavericks. But they didn't. Dirk Nowitzki was cooking. They went off. But, yeah. So, off of that alone, it just goes to show you they were definitely close to each other. But Bird just did everything just better than LeBron James, bro. Just everything, his game was just more sharp and his mental approach. And again, I would take quality over quantity, man. Bird did more in less time. All right, so what do you guys think? Who's the better player between Larry Bird and LeBron James? Do you agree with me that Bird is better than LeBron, or do you have LeBron over Bird? And who is your top 5 greatest small forwards of all time? All right. Thanks for watching. Until next video.